What's going on, people? I hope you're all doing good. Welcome to my rankings of all 6 Toy Story movies. If you've been watching the channel for the past few months, you'll know that I have been reviewing every single Toy Story movie in the lead up to Toy Story 5. Obviously barring one, and you probably already know what it is, and I can tell you right now, it's not very high on the ranking. And I'll explain why I didn't review it. Not really going to talk about the movies much, seeing as I have already reviewed them all. Let's do it. In last place, no surprise, it's Lightyear, the only movie that I didn't review. And the reason for that is because I didn't want to rewatch it. Because I saw this movie once, and it was when it first came out, and I was unbelievably bored. This movie is so boring. The concept is great. It's supposed to be the movie that made Andy want to get a Buzz Lightyear toy. Fantastic idea. You can do so much with that. Unfortunately, this movie does not live up to its potential, and it also doesn't really make any sense for it to be in the Toy Story canon. For example, there's a load of side characters. Why don't they have any popular toys? If this movie was this popular, why do they not have successful amounts of sales? And then you get to the third act, where the twist villain comes up. And it makes no sense. It doesn't make any sense for the canon. And it just doesn't make any sense in a general movie sense. It creates so many plot holes. Outside of some gorgeous animation, this movie has nothing to offer. It's a bland, boring sci-fi story that you have seen many times before. And when it does have potential, it never lives up to it. If we're going to give it anything else, I do like Socks, the little robot cat. He's kind of cute. And I do think Chris Evans as Buzz Lightyear was okay. I like that he's doing his own version of the character. He's not relying on the Tim Allen personality. But this movie just has nothing to offer. It is incredibly boring. And I refuse to watch it again because it's not a Toy Story movie. It's not part of the canon. It's just fan fiction. In 5th place, we have Toy Story 5, the most recent film on this list. Now, this movie is not bad. From here on out, all of these movies are great. It's just that in terms of the overall franchise, the main Toy Story franchise, this is my least favourite. And that is mainly because it's doing a little bit too much. There's 3 separate plot lines, and the one with the high-tech buzzers doesn't really go anywhere for me. I'm also not really the biggest fan of the new animation. It tries to be too realistic, but I would choose Toy Story 4's animation over this film's animation any day of the week. So I do have my issues with the movie, but I still thought it was a great time. It's a great commentary on technology, and I love that it sends a message of you can be with technology, but you can also play with toys as well. You need to find that balance. I love that this movie focuses on Jessie, giving her an extension of her character arc from Toy Story 2. They thankfully don't ruin Buzz Lightyear in this movie, and Woody isn't ruined, even though he doesn't really need to be in this movie. Overall, it's just a really solid time, and honestly, I'm not opposed to a Toy Story 6 after 2 big surprises in a row. Speaking of a surprise, at number 4, Toy Story 4. What a surprise. Now, this was my least favourite until Toy Story 5, but I still absolutely love it. I will defend this movie with my last dying breath. I think it is a great character study for Woody. It is the Woody movie, that's why you don't really focus on the other characters. And I just love the arc that he goes on. I think his journey to becoming a lost toy is very satisfying. And when you look back on the franchise, it does make a lot of sense. And yes, this movie does ruin a lot of things like Buzz Lightyear, but it does a lot of things really well too. It's one of the best animated films I have ever seen visually. This film looks absolutely gorgeous. It's the funniest in the franchise. It's just a solid movie. It's so much fun, and it's a great continuation of Woody's arc. Now, this one may be a bit of a surprise, but at number 3, I'm going for Toy Story the original. I think the original is not as good as the sequels that came after it. And the main reason is because, yes, this movie is timeless, but the animation is really, really bad. This is awful animation. I mean, Scud, some of the facial expressions that Buzz makes are incredibly creepy, and also Woody can come off as a bit of an arsehole in the first act of this movie. I don't understand why they're doing that for the story, but you just got to make him a little bit more sympathetic in my opinion. But this movie is still timeless. Who knows what animation would be like today if this movie never came out. It is a very funny movie. I love the dynamic between Woody and Buzz. Buzz especially is my favourite character in this movie. It's just a fun time. Anyone can watch it. Anyone can enjoy it, whatever age you are. Toy Story 1 is still a classic. Our runner-up, coincidentally, is Toy Story 2. Now, this is often hailed as one of the best sequels ever made, and I would agree. I think this movie is pretty much perfect. I can't really name a single flaw with this movie. This movie looks better, it's funnier, it has more relevant themes, more emotional stories. It's just a great time. I love how it jumps from the A plot with Woody and the gang to the other toys trying to find him. That plot line is so funny, so entertaining. Everything about this movie is so entertaining. It leads to a thrilling third act at an airport, one of my favourite third acts in film. Toy Story 2, I don't really need to say anymore. If you've never watched this movie, what are you doing? Go and watch it as soon as you can. But at number one is, of course, Toy Story 3. How could it not be? This movie is not just amazing and pretty much flawless. It also means a lot to me on a personal level because this is one of the first films I ever saw in the cinema, and it's the first film that I ever cried at. It's an incredible ending to the original trilogy. It has one of the best and most emotional endings in cinema history. It is just fantastic. I don't need to say more. I don't really need to say any more about these latest Toy Story films that I'm ranking because you all know that they're great, especially this one. Toy Story 3 means a lot to me on a personal level, as well as being an absolutely fantastic ending to a trilogy. And there we go, people. That was my ranking of all 6 Toy Story movies. Make sure to leave your rankings down in the comments. Do you agree with my list? Do you not? Let me know. But I hope you all enjoyed this video, guys. Have a good day, and see you later.